This week, we are going to take our research and we're going to turn it into a presentation on Peru. So this is a project that has a little start to it. So I gave a little example here how it would look. But you don't have to do it exactly like this. But what I want to show the kids is how it's going to look when you're done. And this project here doesn't have all the information, but it just has a little general sense of, you put your name down here, you put a flag of Peru, and then you put Peru on the top. So the first slide is the capital of Peru is, and then you put a photo of it. Second slide, the population of Peru is, and you put another photo of Peru in. So we want to have the information, and we also want to have the photos in there. The languages, but here's the languages in Peru, and you could put a photo in there. The money or the currency in Peru is called, right? You put your photo in. Places to visit. If you visit Peru, a great place to visit would be, and then you put it in here. And then some fun facts. Okay, so we have a little general outline there, how it would look. So when you're in PowerPoint, I'll start with a blank one so the kids can see how it looks. When you're in PowerPoint, let me just close this out. What you want to do first is you want to go to a design. They call it a theme in some versions of PowerPoint, and you pick the one you want. Then over here you could put Peru. And then you go over to this side and you make it to the center. And the same thing, you put your name down here and you could center it. And then many students, they ask for how to do a new slide. So you could just do over here a new slide. Okay, and then you start adding in your information. So let's say you wanted to talk about the currency, right? The currency, and then I'd say in Peru, the official currency is, and then you're going to look up the information, right? And then if you want to put a photo in, I can go insert, and I could insert a picture, and I want an online picture. Let's see if I could find Peru. I could put Peru currency. Okay, so here's Peru currency, and it's a sol, I believe. I believe they call it the sol. Put it in here. And then here we go. Okay, so this is, I make it nice and small like that, and then I have that. If I wanted to put a flag, let's say on this one, I can go insert, again, insert picture, online picture, again. Like let's say I wanted Peruvian flag. I could put the flag, I click it, I click insert, and then I could have a flag, and I could just move it around wherever I want it to be. And then I could, if there's a little writing there on the bottom, you can delete this writing if this bothers you. So I just move that out of the way, and I'll just take this and I can delete that. Okay, so you get your information in here and you add your words in. If you need a new slide, you can click the arrow to pick the type of slide you want. Usually we use this one, title and content, and then you put the title of the slide here. Like maybe I was going to put places to visit. You could say, an important place to visit in Peru is Machu Picchu, right? And then I can go insert. Again, insert a picture, online picture. Oh. Peru. Machu Picchu, right? And then Machu Picchu Mountain. And then it pops up. I can make it, resize it. And you could resize it by using these bubbles. And then you can move it to where you want. So that's what we want to do this week. We want to get the information in. The most important part is the information, and we want to have some photos in each slide. Next thing I want to talk about is some of the students are not able to use PowerPoint. They are using Google Slides. So I just want to show that real quick. If you're somebody who's using Google Slides, you just go to your assignment here, add or create, and it'll create a slides. So Google Slides is similar to Microsoft PowerPoint, similar idea. You're creating a presentation, you want to get your photos in. So the first thing you want to do again here, you're going to put Peru if you're using this. Put your name down here, up. And you can see it's very similar to PowerPoint. It has a similar look to it with, file and edit. It almost looks exactly the same. Format, slide, And if you want to apply the layout, that's sort of how they do the slides in Microsoft PowerPoint. You can change your theme if you want. So we did slide, and then we went to change theme, and you pick something that you like. Maybe you want this one over here. Now you have some nice slides here. If you want photos, you go insert, insert image, and you can do search the web. And let's say you want to do Peru flag. You know, it's good to put the flag on the cover when you were doing our research on Peru. And then you could resize it. So you can see this is very similar to Microsoft PowerPoint. If you want a new slide, you can click on the plus, and if you click on the arrow here, they'll give you the different types of slides that you could use. Most of the time we're going to use maybe a title and a body slide. And then here maybe you're going to talk about, you know, capital, say, you know, the capital, and you could talk about if you want to give any facts about Lima. And then if you want to do an image, you can go over here and you can search the web, and you could say Lima, Peru. And then now you have some nice photos you could add in. If you want to do insert. Okay, so now we have that. Okay, we have those in there. And you have your photos and you have your slides. And again, if you need an extra one, you can add in another slide, and you can keep going. And then when you're done, you just would click present if you want to watch it. A few things I want to talk about real quick. If you want to add anything in to your slide, you could add in an extra. You could do audio. So I go over here, insert, and I can go insert audio. I could record audio. I click. Yours may look a little different, but I could click. This is my presentation on Peru. Okay, and then I could say insert, and now it goes in here. And when they click it, this is my presentation on Peru. Okay, so if you want to add that, another thing you can do is you can go to transitions, and you can look like this. If you want to do that transition, I could do like this to swipe it up. So you could add your transitions, and then you also could do animations. So the way you do animations is, if I click on, let's say, places to visit, I could have it fly in. I can click on my words, I could have them fly in. I can click over here. I can click over here, I could have the money. I could have it, maybe do like blinds. So then when I'm done with my whole project, I go to slideshow, play from start. And now I click the arrow, and I can click on, this is my presentation on Peru. And I can go to the next one. And then the money pops up, and the photos pop up, and the words will fly in with those animations. So the transitions is how you go from one slide to the next, and that little star shows that, and the animation is how the words pop in. If you're somebody who's using Google Slides, what you can do is you can look at some of these here for your slides. When they have their when you have your slideshow, you're not going to have as much as you could do with our PowerPoint. You know, you don't have your transitions that you could use over here, and you could pick a transition here, like slide to right, and then you could add an animation as well. So I'll show you again here. If you go to slide and you go transition, that's how this popped up, and then I want to apply them to all the slides, so they'll pop up like that, apply to all slides so that they have a transition. I could try to add an animation as well. If I want to add something over here, I could say, if I click on the little flag here, I could say add animation, and I could have them fade in, or maybe I'll have them fly in from left on click. And then what I do is when I go present, now when I click my arrow, the flag flies in, and it will transition to the next slide. So these are some features you can use. It's not as smooth as PowerPoint, but you still can get your project in. So this week we want to work on getting our information in about Peru. We want to have photos, and we want to create a nice presentation. If you're somebody who's doing your work on Google Slides, just make sure that when you're done, you turn it in. And the way you're going to do that is when you're in Google Classroom here, when you're done, it should be over here in Google Slides. If it's not in there, you're going to go add or create, and then you're going to go to Google Drive and look for it, and then from there you'll attach it. Okay, so that's our project for this week.